Maybe.
Hey guys, welcome to the Happy Healthy Plexus Tribe Zoom call. Well, really just me and Santi kind of breaking it down with our top tips and answering any questions that anybody might have. Um, Sorry for my voice. I've been pretty sick all week. Still sick, but hopefully getting better. But anyway, Santi, if you want to start off, and I'm going to piggyback off of your top tips, then you can go right
Sure
ahead.
thing. No problem. So really, with our top tips pertaining to the convention contest, we know that we have a good amount of people on the team that are wanting to be a part of this convention contest and really wanting to throw themselves all in to try to earn as much as they can throughout these next few months. So hold on one second. Thor Clifford, go lay down. So just some key points is if you're going to be really wanting to earn any of these amazing prizes and incentives, I would call them, uh, throughout this contest, that you need to write it down. First and foremost, I want you to go through and take an average on how much is your PV usually, okay? And then take an average on how much you do usually recruit, or maybe average it out to how many seeds that you've been planning. So how many conversations that you know are going to go in your direction as far as them becoming a customer or an ambassador within the next couple months within this contest time. So I want you to really write that down and get a good idea for what your average is if there wasn't a contest, okay? What your average would be with all these points and qualifications. Then you put down your total. So for me, if I was going to do that, I know that my average as far as earning any kind of credits for this convention contest within every category, I would probably pull in about 1,200 to 1,500 credits average. So when this contest came out, I messaged Kim and I said, they're giving us so many more opportunities to earn this. Plus, they dropped the credit qualifications down a couple hundred on each section for each prize. So what I did is I wrote down my average on what I would make every single month, and then I wrote down my goal. What's my goal? Do I want to be emerald when I get up on that stage for convention? That's my big, hairy, scary goal, okay? So then I put down what I needed to do to get all the stuff that I wanted out of this convention contest, and I wrote down how many points I needed on top of my average. So getting an idea for what you're going for is probably the best advice that I can give you, because it's great to say, ooh, I want to win that $2,000 check. But then you feel like you're doing a really good job. You feel like you're putting in your 2 hours a day. You're doing what you need to do. But then you get a month before the contest ends and you realize, oh, I'm going to fall short like 250 credits. So if you would have wrote that down in the beginning, instead of working those 2 hours a day, you could work maybe 2.5 hours a day and squeeze 30 minutes in on a Saturday when you usually don't really do your IPA or anything like that. That's just an example, okay? So having that written down and knowing exactly what you need to do is crucial. My second big tip is something that I'm going to be doing within the next couple weeks, and it's a really great time of year to do this, and it's incentivize your team. So we just got through our dry season, right? I mean, that was our slow season. In this business, we just got through our dry season. Your team, no matter if they're excelling, or if you feel like even you need to get your fire lit so you can light your team's fire, you should really incentivize your team, because throughout this convention contest, it's not just about your personal volume. It's about your team's personal volume, and that's levels 1 through 3, if I'm correct. Okay, so you're earning points and credits off of your team's personable volume through your levels 4. Okay, so that's a lot of points. So yes, it's great because you want your team to be consistent on these products, so you want them to order their 100 PV. But just incentivizing your team to go out and get a customer or two to where everybody's PV on your team goes up, let's say 200, 300, you know, that's a really good amount of credits that are coming your way, and you can incentivize them, free cups and, free products. I can tell you when I first joined, whenever there was a contest for a product, I was all in because I didn't have a ton of money at the beginning of my journey to try every single thing that I honestly am blessed to be able to go into my back office and say, oh, what do I need? Okay, I need my Triplex, my Mega X, my Nerve, my Ease. I can order my Ease cream and my Plexus body cream, and I don't have to worry about that. But when I first started, that was a lot of money. Okay, so when you do these incentives and you incentivize maybe a bottle of Edge or a bottle of Ease cream or a bag of the Plexus body cream lotion, that would light a fire under my rear. And I would go out and try to get at least a couple customers because that can help big time. I don't want you to forget about that category. That's why it's one of my top tips is personal volume is huge when you start the business, because not only are you encouraging them to get a couple customers, maybe 2 or 3 customers, that could get that person silver. Okay. Plus, getting 2 to 3 customers when you first start out, that's some really good commission right there. Because, I mean, depending on what they order, their 3 to 4 customers is usually over 500 PV. So, including your order and anything else that you might have in there. So, just thinking about it in that aspect right there is that you're helping them make money within their first or second or third month with all these new ambassadors, with all these amazing tickets that we've been using for signing people up for free. Imagine if you signed up for free and then a convention contest came around where you got rewarded for having a higher personal volume and you got credits plus your leader got credits. This is a win-win in that category. So don't just think that in order to get a ton of credits in this convention contest that you have to recruit. Yes, that's huge for building a team, 100%. But it really is about starting them off as a customer sometimes, because then you can start them off as a customer and they can join as preferred and you can get those credits, and then you can flip them within the convention contest and you can earn an additional 10 credits on them as well. Another good thing about getting your ambassadors to have a higher PV, okay, for those credits, is they're going to go silver in most cases. If people that join wanting the discount, I know a ton of us have wholesale ambassadors. So let's say if they got 3, okay, and then they went silver, you're also going to get credits for your ambassador going silver, and they're going to get a bonus. So I don't know about y'all, but that would be pretty awesome for me if I joined for free and then completely got $175 in a bonus, plus I got these convention credits. So just wanted to note that. Do not forget about the customer category on this whole entire contest, because that can really be a big part of it. And while you're boosting your PV, they can rank up just completely accidentally. Like, they can rank up. It's happened within my team to where we're like, oh, look, she's silver. We had no idea. So it can definitely happen. Okay. As far as, sorry, I was looking at my notes. As far as the rank up qualifications right there, that's some serious points. So I would go through your downline and I would write every single person down that is 1 to 2 people away from ranking up as far as silver. And if they're 5 to 8 people away from ranking up on gold, I would write them down as well, because those are the people that you want to help, because they're going to get a rank up and you're going to get those credits, and those credits are going to be huge. Y'all, if you can really knock out all these credits, your trip is completely paid for and you're going to have extra money. Plus you're going to get to go to these winners dinners. So, and honestly, the food is amazing at these parties, but just the the fellowship and the people that you get to meet, because it's so intimate and it's so small. I mean, there was like, what, Kim, there was about 220 people at the winner's dinner last year. So it's, and you can imagine, I mean, all the top people in the company are at that winner's dinner. So it's a really good opportunity to kind of pick their brain, I would say. That's where I met a lot of the people that have done calls for my team, is at winners dinners and functions like that. So always good to know that you're going to gain something that's a perk, but you're also going to gain something for your business as well when you go to these events. Kim, did you want to touch on any convention top tips?
I mean, to be honest with you, you just completely rocked that. But just kind of as far as like kind of piggybacking off of, you know, everything that you were saying, is just how awesome it is that they now have the customers in there, and yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, like that's amazing. Their first order of 75 PV, it can be preferred or retail. Y'all, again, like if they're not willing to commit, that, you know, and you have a feeling they're more than likely going to fall in love with the products. I mean, that's just typically how it is when you're a Hope dealer, and that's what ends up happening is, you know, they don't want to commit at first, and so they want to be a retailer preferred customer, and they fall in love with the products, and then they're like, okay, I mean, who doesn't want to get their products at the cheapest price? And then they switch to wholesale, an ambassador. So there you have, but you know, you get credits for both. They have switched a couple things around, which I know for sure, like Brandy, this is like all new to you completely, but you used to get like 10 full credits for like everything, and now it's for yourself, meaning like for your level 1 and your level 2 you get like a full 10 points, and then for 3 and 4 you get 5. So I mean, I really like that, as far as you know, focusing on your, you know, basically like your you know your circle, your runners, the ones, you know, the ones that who really want it or whatever. Sorry, y'all. It's been a really long week.
No, you're good. I'm scraping Thor slobber off my screen.
But yeah, I definitely love the fact that they added that in there, and with the credits and everything, as far as what you can earn, and to be honest with you, like I think convention is a blessing, period. Like, this is just icing on the cake that they even do this, and they lowered the credits for everything. Like, I mean, I really want the black tie gala. Like, I'm shooting for it, you know. So, it's like go big or go home. But I definitely love that you touched on, you know, your averages, because this contest goes to the last day of the month in April. So this contest actually reverts back to January 1st. So from January 1st to the last day of April. That's pretty legit. So, you know, Plexus is always awesome and generous in everything that they do, and they go big at every event.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I will say Super Saturday was a lot different than this year, than the previous years. But it was still good. It was just very different.
Yeah, it was different.
Yeah, I was like, what?
But I just think, you know, the reason why Kim and I are bringing up the just how incredible it is that personal PV is included in this, and our customers, our retail customers, and not just our, you know, ourselves, but throughout our downline. Y'all, I don't know about you, but my check is a significant amount larger when I have a great PV. And I can honestly say, when those people have the right mindset about the products, they always come wholesale. Yeah. They always come wholesale. So I'm not worried about losing them because I start them out as a preferred customer whatsoever. Because let's be honest, you're not just getting those credits. You're getting that PV, okay, that commission, plus you could get a raise and get 25% instead of the 15%, plus you're getting a preferred customer bonus on top of that. Then when you flip them, you're going to get a welcome pack bonus. Like, it's just, you're going to end up making like $100 plus some credits off of one person starting off as a customer. Like, it's, I was writing it all down when I was doing my my goals, and I went through and I did my average, and I want y'all to see something. See if I wrote it in this book or if I wrote it in the other one. Maybe it's in the other one. But really being detailed. Okay, here it is. Oh, wow, it's so sloppy. But I don't even know. Can y'all see that? But like really being detailed, like how many credits, what are they worth, and how many credits are you going to get? And then you need to do some math down here on regulating it with your goals, okay? But be specific. Write down each category on how you can use your credits, and then put that average with your goal and look at that every single day. Like, okay, when you're doing your IPA throughout this convention credit contest, look at your IPA and say, how can I get 150 credits today? Y'all, because these prizes are insane.
Yeah.
Okay, insane. And I'm sorry, I'm that person. I want that $2,000 giant check. Like I told Kim last year, I was like, it's not the money, it's just the big check. Like, we're going to be stopping at the gas station on our road trip home, and I'm going to take that check inside the gas station and be like, do you know where the bathroom is? Like, do you know where the bathroom is?
I know she will.
Just because that's so cool. But you know, and not just that, like coming back from something like that after earning all of those incredible things, don't you even think for 5 seconds that the blues in your audience and in your circle are not going to look at all that and go,
yeah.
If Brandy can do that, I know I can. I want to be up on that stage. Ooh, did you see that dress that she wore? Ooh, she looked like Celine Dion back in her good days, rocking that girl with that low cut. Like, I mean, I want a place that I can wear a formal gown. I have kids. I want to go out and I want to wear a formal gown and I want to get treated. You know, like it's just there's so many perks about this that you might, because you're a yellow or maybe you're a green, you know, you might not think that people are going to look at these things and think they're a big deal. But for somebody like me, pre-Texas, I would look at that and I'd say, ooh, how'd she get to wear an evening gown on a Wednesday and a weeknight? I'm all about that life. Like, I want to do that. That's the kind of stuff that I wanted to do. I felt like I had no life. I wanted to do fun stuff. But it always cost me money. And to be able to come back and share those pictures and those memories and to know that you earned that. Like when people are like, oh, well, you did have to pay for it. Well, no, not really. I earned it. You know, that's the best part about that, is that your blues and your reds, and don't think your reds aren't going to look at that kind of stuff and really kind of step back and go, I'm impressed, because reds know what kind of leadership it takes to do something like that. And they're all about that. So keep that in mind. And reds and blues are incredible personality traits to have on your team and alongside you, linking arms, because they're fun and they know how to get it done. Hands down. Like I'm all about some red and blues because I have a great time with them. So, Kim, if you wanted to touch on anything else from the convention credit contest, or if you just open it up for them.
Well, as far like you pretty much knocked it out of the park as far as thank you, babe. Sorry, that just as far as, you know, earning them and everything. So I just wanted to talk really, really quickly about what has been a game changer as far as like growing your business, because I know that a lot of us have felt like, okay, well, I'm doing my IPA, I'm doing all these things, I'm reaching out, it's like a dead end road. I'm getting so much. I mean, I'm still daily getting no's, you know. But there is things that have helped, and that is Instagram, and, you know, adding to your stories and having it add to Facebook. Like, believe it or not, something as small as adding to your story, like, it has opened up, like, people that I haven't even ever talked to, like, on Facebook have reacted to my story. Like, in, you know, how you can react to your, when you add your story on Instagram, you can have it automatically added to your Facebook. Well, when you react to it on Facebook, it sends you a private message of whatever their reaction is, or they can comment or whatever. Anyway, so that's been a really good tool as far as kind of like, you know, getting out there. LinkedIn, believe it or not, has been another one, which I know that I feel like this is more, you know, not everyone is interested in the LinkedIn, but yeah, yeah. Like, I mean, it's, I know it sounds crazy, and it's a tool that we never really use, but I mean, you have professionals on there. Like, that's really all that's on there, is people that, you know, that are either looking for a job, like out of the job, looking for a job, or, you know, in a career or whatever. You know, to me, it's kind of like an easy outlet as far as reaching out to somebody that, you know, would want to make money on the side. And, you know, Plexus is amazing as far as working in the nooks and crannies of your life. The other thing is groups, y'all. I'm in all sorts of groups, building relationships. I mean, when I started, I literally used to vomit Plexus on people. Like, I don't even, like, now I realize that that's not the way to go, really, though. That's not the way to go about it. It's about, like, building relationships. And, you know, like, I'm so yellow. I'm very genuine. I've always, you know, I always, like, literally have always cared about people. But it's just, it's so different from what, I mean, I've been doing this for 3 years and things have just changed. I'll just put it that way. But building relationships is so important, and adding yourself, or being added or whatever, to groups, and posting, and, you know, making friends, building relationships. That's been a game changer as well. Like, and it can be anything, y'all. I'm in Crockpot. I mean, yeah, like, I'm in all sorts of groups on Facebook. Anyway, it's just little tools that I didn't have when I first started. You know, we didn't even have Zoom when I first started. So, I mean, literally a lot has changed, but I just kind of wanted to touch on the things that have helped grow my business, and you know, have helped it thrive. Yeah, I totally agree, Michaela. Completely. Y'all rock. Okay. So, I don't want to keep y'all on here for too much longer. But if y'all have any questions at all, like over anything at all, like, I can share my screen, I can log into my back office, I can show y'all whatever. So if you have any questions, please ask now or forever hold your peace.
Yes. Anything at all.
Yes. And I'm actually going to stop recording because, yeah, I'm just going to. So.
Snooze, you lose, sucker.
Yeah, there you go.